guys, welcome to the 8th episode of DOCTALK 360. We have some amazing information for you all today, so let's get started.
Anti-vaccine nurse gets fired in Houston. This nurse that is very vocal about anti-vaccinations, which a lot of people are. It's a growing trend, it seems like, which is fine. But she posted sensitive information, patient-sensitive information to a Facebook page that supports anti-vaccine.
Okay.
So it's an anti-vaccine group.
Yeah. So what happened to her?
So the hospital ended up firing her.
Wow.
Because of the actual information that was posted.
Rightfully so. I mean, I think that we all know as professionals in the medical field that there are certain rules and protocols we follow. And we know what happens when you break a HIPAA rule, right? You cannot post or show a patient without their permission, right? I mean, that's what she did basically, correct?
That's true. However, she posted into the profile saying measles.
Right.
This is a lot worse than I actually thought it was.
Right.
Because you got to remember too, we've established new vaccines every time we see a very, very detrimental disease or illness.
Every single
So
one.
the measles is one of those things, and most people just haven't seen the measles before.
I get what you're saying. I mean, she was trying to really kind of educate that group, right?
Right.
That's what the page is for.
Right.
So the question I have too is, I mean, were they really supportive of her stance on vaccines? Or was it the HIPAA violation that really caused them to kind of investigate too?
True, I get your point.
Right.
The hospital is more concerned about the HIPAA violation, but I think they need to scoot back and say, what's the bigger picture here? She was obviously an influential player in this anti-vaccine group, even if she wasn't one of the known members, because she was a nurse. She was just trying to educate people saying, hey, look, this is a lot worse than we actually thought.
True.
So, possibly
I
get
agree,
a vaccine.
but we know nowadays how important it is to protect patients' privacy. And this issue with posting on social media comes up time and time again when it comes to health professionals. And we know what happens every single time. Every single time, the person gets fired. Right?
Which is the wrong course, I think. I think that needs to be amended. You have a person that's trying to educate a group of a growing group of anti-vaccinators, which necessarily don't always need to not get vaccines.
I agree. I mean, most people haven't seen measles before, right? I mean, I think I've seen it once in residency. Once, right?
Right.
I mean, we know it's like fever, malaise, or like feeling a little weak, right? Fatigue. We know there's a giant, terrible rash you get all over.
Right.
Most people haven't seen measles, so I think it was interesting. And I appreciate what she was doing, trying to influence and educate. But I just think she might have went about the wrong way.
I can see what you're saying, but remember, this kid almost ended up in the ICU.
Right.
He almost ended up in the ICU. She was probably trying to protect other kids in that group from having the same thing.
Exactly. So the takeaway from all this, I think, is this, right? I mean, you know that there are certain protocols you take when it comes to giving information, right? We know that people want to have this information, but you have to follow the proper rules to do that,
True. I totally get that.
Right.
We have another subject today.
I know.
We did go to the Dominion documentary, which is something that I recommend everybody watch, whether you're a vegan or not.
Right.
Neither one of us are vegans.
No.
I consider myself a plant-based eater, so I try to eat more plant-based products. But seeing how meat is processed is something that should be a part of your IQ.
Yeah. You guys, we watched one of the best documentaries I've seen on food. I mean, I think in this society, this day and time, we really have a big interest in the food we eat, where our food comes from, and how our food is treated before it gets to us.
Right.
And this video showed us everything.
Right. So we have a new a series that's coming out called Vegan City TV. Let's go to that. Let's just see a little bit of this interview between you and Brittany Madrid, which is the host of the new show.
Cool.
Screaming and crying. I mean, you guys, and I don't really like to watch these kind of films. I'll be really honest with you guys about that. And I did, and I suggest that everybody educates themselves.
Right. I mean, and you see that, animals have some of the same really emotions like we do, and basic instincts. I think we take it for granted, and you're watching a mother after her baby gets separated and she's screaming and she's chasing after the animal. I mean, it really shows you just what we're doing just for food, entertainment, and clothes. You know,
Yeah. It's so it really is when you put it that way. It's so silly. You know, the way that they treat the animals, because these are industries built around profit, maximizing profit. Imagine the way you would treat an object if you wanted to get the most profit out of it. We treat these feeling beings the same way.
Exactly.
They are doing things to them without anesthesia, and it's not like it was rare.
No, everywhere.
Single animal.
Everywhere, yeah.
Every species, there was something done that was like shocking.
Hope you enjoyed that little small piece of the interview. For the rest of the interview, make sure you check out Vegan City, our new episode and series that's coming out with the host, Brittany Madrid.
And thanks for watching Doc Talk 360 today. Again, please follow us on YouTube, on Instagram, and Facebook.